Thank you for listening to today's episode of Medical Device Global Market Access by Pure Global. Your host here. Today, we are dissecting a critical enforcement action from the United Kingdom's Medicines and Healthcare Products Regulatory Agency, the MHRA. On August 10, 2026, the agency issued a national alert, referenced as DSI 2026-007, with a clear and urgent instruction. Quarantine several types of medical devices that were supplied to healthcare providers without the required UKCA or CE conformity markings. This is not a minor administrative issue. It is a fundamental breakdown in the supply chain that carries significant patient safety implications. The alert serves as a stark reminder of the importance of vigilance at every step, from manufacturing to procurement and final use. So, what does this alert mean in practice? A conformity marking, whether it's the UKCA mark for Great Britain or the CE mark, which is still recognized for a transitional period, is the manufacturer's declaration that their product meets the essential safety and performance requirements of the law. It is the visible sign that a device has undergone a rigorous conformity assessment process. When a device arrives without this marking, it means there is no verifiable evidence that it is safe, that it will perform as intended, or that it was manufactured under appropriate quality controls. The MHRA's action to quarantine these products is a necessary measure to protect patients from the potential harm that could result from using unassessed and therefore potentially unsafe medical devices. The risks can range from device malfunction and inaccurate diagnostics to infection or direct physical injury. This directive directly impacts a wide range of stakeholders within the UK healthcare ecosystem. First and foremost are the healthcare professionals and organizations, such as hospitals and clinics, that may have received these devices. They are now legally and ethically obligated to locate, isolate, and cease using these products immediately. Distributors and importers who place these devices on the market bear significant responsibility and will face intense scrutiny from the MHRA. Their failure to ensure the conformity of the products they supply represents a serious compliance breach. And of course, the manufacturers of these non-compliant devices are at the source of the problem, facing potential regulatory enforcement actions, reputational damage, and financial liabilities. The obligations outlined in Alert DSI 2026-007 are unambiguous. Healthcare organizations must conduct an immediate and thorough inventory check to identify any of the specified non-compliant devices. Once identified, these devices must be physically segregated and clearly labeled as quarantined, not for use. The alert also requires organizations to report their findings back to the MHRA, detailing the quantities and types of non-compliant devices they have found. This reporting is crucial for the MHRA to understand the full scope of the issue and to trace the distribution of these products across the country. For distributors, the responsibility is to immediately halt any further supply of the affected devices and to cooperate fully with the MHRA's investigation, including providing records of where these products have been sent. Beyond the immediate response, this incident provides critical lessons for improving processes moving forward. We recommend that regulatory, quality, and procurement teams consider several practical actions. First, strengthen your goods inward inspection process. This shouldn't just be a simple count of boxes. Teams responsible for receiving medical devices must be trained to visually inspect for the presence of a valid UKCA or CE mark on the device, its packaging, or its instructions for use. They should know what the markings look like and where to find them. Second, enhance your supplier qualification and monitoring programs. This event highlights the risk of relying solely on supplier declarations. Your due diligence process should include requests for copies of the manufacturer's declaration of conformity and relevant conformity assessment certificates. For high-risk devices or new suppliers, consider conducting more in-depth audits to verify their quality management systems and regulatory compliance posture. Your contractual agreements should also explicitly state that all supplied devices must be fully compliant with UK regulations, including all marking requirements. A third practical action is to implement a system for proactive inventory screening. Don't wait for a national alert. Periodically conduct risk-based spot checks of devices in your inventory, particularly those from less established supply chains. This can help you identify potential issues before they become a widespread problem. Finally, ensure robust internal communication protocols are in place. Clinical staff are the end users and are often the first to notice something is amiss with a product. They need to know how to easily report concerns about a device's quality or compliance to the appropriate department, such as clinical engineering or procurement, so that an investigation can be initiated promptly. Navigating the complexities of supply chain compliance and global regulatory requirements can be challenging. If your organization needs assistance with UKCA marking, supplier audits, or developing a comprehensive global market access strategy, we invite you to check out Pure Global. In the description of this episode, you will find links to our free AI-powered regulatory tools and our extensive medical device database. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.